All right, Jimbo, let's do this. Championship game time. All right. There it is. The G1 Baseball League Championship games are about to begin. Welcome. Jimbo and I are finally back in the broadcast seats to bring you what very well may be the final night of G1 baseball. At least for a while. Or we could probably go into another week. It depends on what happens in these games. Because here's what's up. We are on the championship games. Normally, in the regular Oh, apparently I have a boost stream challenge going on. Jimbo contributed to it. Thank you, Jimbo. But in the regular season, and even in the playoffs, y'all saw firsthand, it was a best of 3. So, basically, whoever won 2 moved on. Now, the championship games are not a best of 3. So, one thing I think I know that I can remember that Jimbo taught me in real baseball, like the World Series, it's a best of 7, isn't it? Jimbo?
I'm sorry, I've been muted this whole time and I can't hear you, so if you're talking, I can't hear you.
Well then, it looks like we were both muted!
Because I'm sitting here, I'm like, cool, things are popping off, he's getting ready, and then I look away for a second, do something else. I look back and I see the logo, and I'm like, I can't hear this motherfucker. Like, what is happening?
Oh my god, it's like it's the first fucking goddamn week. I was muted on my thing, and you were muted. Oh.
Well, I was purposely muted because I'm chowing down on finishing up dinner, but you were muted. I don't know what happened on your end.
It's just a button press, but that's all. But everything's fixed now, but like I was trying to say, I'll go over it. We're finally here. Championship games. All right. Essentially, I asked you a question, and hey, Johnny's here. He contributed to the Boost This stream. That's awesome. Thank you very much, Johnny. One thing that you told me that I remember that I learned real good about real baseball is that the championship World Series games, if I'm not mistaken, it's a best of 7, right?
Correct.
Awesome. Okay. Well, that's not how it is here.
Nope, we're gonna simulate the first 2 games and make it a best of 3.
No. How it is here, it's a best of 5. So, as I was trying to say, this here tonight, depending on what happens with these games, this could be the last night of G1 baseball. But to do that, one of these 2 championship caliber teams would have to win not 2, not 4 or whatever, they'd have to win 3 in a row here tonight. Whether that's the Hunters or the Flamingos. They got to win 3 total. And so tell me, do you want to like go over statty stat type stuff before the championship games?
What do you mean by that?
Like stats, from leading up
the season.
Yeah, shit like that. Just have a little look-see-loo at what got us here, essentially. For the playoffs, at the very least, because...
If you want to take a quick peek.
Alright, well, let's do that before we get into the game here. Alright. There you see the detailed bracket of the Hunters and the Flamingos.
And am I hoping for a sweep tonight?
Hey, it very well could happen. You never know. Flamingos are good. RT Florida, they're good. So, there you see the season standings right there.
Yep. Fucking blowfish, sirloins, and grapplers.
Yeah.
Everything.
I know. But luckily, as I debuted some time ago, we do have one team to take the place of one of those bastards. I still need 2 more, and it is open to all of you out there, whether it's Johnny, Jimbo, or anybody else out there that has an idea for a team and stuff like that. I will make it, I will fill it, and we will have a true bustling G1 baseball league. So, here we go. Alright, here we go. The top 10 for the playoffs. Number 1, Manny Kays from the Sirloin. Nobody likes him. Number 2, Sarah Weems.
He's okay.
From the Hunters. I do believe it actually Sarah Weems is no longer at Achievement Hunter, if I'm not mistaken. She moved to a different department or something. I don't.
That would be surprising, but I guess makes sense.
I mean, I remember seeing some to that effect because it was either on Reddit or on the Achievement Hunter thing that they said the name, and I was like, I know that person because I put them in my baseball game. Then there's a bunch of jerks, but down there in number 7, you got Connie Windowbirds. And then Kent Cook and Deidre and Sergio to round out the top 10 of the playoffs. Now, batting with the playoffs essentially over. Look at that. Sarah Weems on top. Except over there in RBIs. You got Sal Benza with 6. Not bad. That's definitely one of the ways that Florida got to the championships where they are, but hell, just the overall batting average over there. Look at him. Look at him. Look at Florida. Look at all those Flamingos. You got Sal, Ricky, not X-Ray, Victoria Stumfeld, Paradox Punk. I got it. I know what I'm doing. We've only been doing this for weeks. And it's not like I do other shows or something, right? And then there's a bunch of percentages. Again, Sarah Weems, 1.0 up there at the top. Slugging percentage. Unfortunately, Long Ballo had a better on-base percentage. But even still, in a lot of these categories, a lot of Flamingos. And here's some more batting. You got strikeouts, you got some base hits, and just hits in general, which Sal and Sarah tied at 10. Which,
Yep.
not bad. It's not bad.
But you also gotta look at that top list and see what four of the people on the list belong to Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Including the MVP of the G1 Baseball League, Rick.
Right? It's like runs scored. There's a 3-way tie for first with 6. 2 of them are the Flamingos, Ricky and Sal. But even after them, at 5, tied at 5, you got 2 more Floridians. But surprisingly, they are nowhere in the stolen base category. So they got all their stuff without stealing a thing, and caught stealing. Hey, look! There's a Game Day Griffin in there! With 1. Lena got caught stealing once and made the list.
Thanatos, you think you're good at stealing bases? What can I do for you? You just made a list.
All right, now for pitching. There you see the wins. Jeff Ramsey with up there at the top with 2 wins. Surprisingly, in the wins category, no Flamingos.
But now.
ERA, we actually have a Griffin in there. You got Barrel Dragon.
I'm assuming those 3 are probably relief pitchers at this point because, excuse me, because we oh goodness gracious, Mamma Mia.
Make it go down the right hole.
That's what she said. Yeah. So. Oh, I misread the top name for the saves. I thought that was Adis Digaz. Wait a minute, let me double check my vision there.
All right, but there you see on both the saves and the ERA, you got 2 Floridians and 2 well, actually they got 3 on the saves over there for the Hunters.
That's for yo team.
All right, whip. And surprisingly, down there at the bottom, you got 2 Floridians, and the a majority of the rest of them are the fucking other teams that are in game.
Yep.
The bastards. All right, and over there, like strikeouts, Manny K's with 15 strikeouts. That's good, but fuck that guy. And then Steffi and Sergio Viral tied with 11. That's good, considering at some point they're going to be possibly having a pitcher's duel. You never know. That's a very well thing that could happen. But if you look at that strikeout list, there are more Hunters than Flamingos on it. So, then there's your strikeouts and walks per 9 innings and ratio, which, look at that, we got a Griffin on the walks per 9 innings.
Yeah, because Garfield didn't throw a single walk.
Yeah. So, good for him. But over there on the strikeouts, you got quite a few Flamingos and Hunters. And then the ratio over there, you got surprisingly only 2 Hunters, though Fiona Nova at 6.0 is the top. And then Deidre, Will, and Sergio, and 2 other blowfish who don't matter afterwards. So, Florida ain't lagging behind. And then we are back to the top 10s, which we already went over. And also, good evening, Donut. Welcome to the show, the championship show of the G1 Baseball League. So, well, we'll save it. We'll see what happens in these games.
It's gonna be a 5-game series.
All right, 5-game series. Essentially, the first one to 3 grand total wins gets it all. And like I said before, that very well could happen here tonight. And then the G1 Baseball League will go on a little hiatus. And I am going to say this, and I'll probably put out a tweet for it, maybe in between games, that the offer is still on the table for a nice announcement and sneak peek. The sneak peek is the big thing. For a big thing that I am working on that'll be a special, like, event type thing. But to get that announcement, to get that sneak peek at the end of the show, I got an eye on my viewers. I need to see it get up to 12 or more people here tonight. If it does that, then at the end, I'll make the big announcement and show you a sneak peek at exactly what is in the creation station here on my channel to come. Hopefully at some point in the future. So let me go ahead, send this tweet out. So before we begin, anything you want to bring up, add, any wonderful tidbits of wisdom?
I like turtles. I think we're good to go.
Okay.
What was that?
Oh, no. Oh, nope, not wrestling. Baseball. Not wrestling, baseball.
I mean, if you want me to leave so you can call wrestling, I'll go.
No, it's okay.
I mean,
Alright, let's see who I can put in this. And okay. Right. Okay. Nope. The fuck happened to the chat?
what happened? I like them big.
There it is.
I like them chunky.
So,
Okay.
all right, let's see. There we go. So, as you can also see that you have been staring at while I put out that tweet to let everybody and anybody know at the time. I mean, whatever keeps you cool at this point, because it's hot and muggy.
Mm-hmm.
But the tweet for us to begin is out there, ready, raring to go. And here on the Hunters, you got a nice balanced team with the starting pitcher of Fiona Nova. Here tonight, Sarah Weems, Trevor Collins, Lindsey Jones are the notable players to look forward to here in this starting game. Then, of course, you got the Rooster Teeth Florida Flamingos with Zelda Lee, the starting pitcher. And the big notable players to check out for this game, to make sure you keep your eye on, are Ricky, not X-Ray, and Connie Windowbird. As hello, merch guy Steve, welcome. You're just in time to start up the first game of the championship series. All right, you ready to do this, Jimbo? Jimbo?
Yes, Jimbo here.
You ready to do this?
Let's wait another 20 minutes, followed by an hour break, with a 3-hour interval of music, followed by a 4-hour orchestral. Yeah, I'm ready to go.
Okay. Hello, everybody! It is time, the championship matchup. The games are here as the Hunters and the Flamingos square off. Your good old JR connection team is here, and Sarah Weems and Zelda Lee start us off here tonight. The pitches are already coming fast and furious as the Flamingos. I wonder if they can cinch up this win here to start us off. And, oh, tough slide, just a little short, as Sarah Weems makes her way to first base. Sorry. Because I gotta say, there, Jim, what a ride it has been to get here. Finally, we are in this Shaka Stadium, the Flamingos' home turf. And, oh, tried to get a pick off there. Not happening here yet, as there's a grounder going and not. Oh, wait, no. She didn't get to the base in time. Foot not on it. That is a double play. Good way to start off here as top of the first for the Flamingos.
Indeed, Robbie. We've had a very long season. Some of which it feels like some of it flew by like overnight, like real quick in a blur. As that is a deep fly ball out to right center field, but that'll be caught by John Stumpfeld for the final out. We go to the bottom of the first with the Flamingos' chance to step to the plate. Is not X-Rays leading them off here. And yep, it was indeed a long season, but we finally got here. We finally got to the championship series between one team we all expected to be here and one team that had to dig and fight their way to get to the championship games.
Right, and I mean, like you said, what a season it is, and this is just the beginning of the championships. Remember, it is a best of 5, so as you know, we generally do a 3-game a night, so depending on how either of these teams do, this could be it for us if one of these teams do exceptionally well and get the 1-2-3 win.
Indeed, we have. That's the great thing about this series is it's not a best of 3 like the previous series, games leading up to this. It is a best of 5.
Right. So if Florida can really pull things out, as Fiona Nova with a walk there. As here comes Ricky with 2 on. Pressure is on to try and get things moving. That is it's not going to get down for it to stay fair, unfortunately.
That's inside.
And whoa, what a big shot. It is going. Ricky has done it. Ricky has shown up for the championships. 457 feet. The first home run of this championship series allows the Flamingos to take the lead.
No, inside.
Indeed,
3-0.
I mean, we kind of, I'll be honest, Rod, we kind of ripped on Ricky a little bit during the first 2 rounds of the postseason, the quarter and semifinals, as that is a walk, because he didn't show up as much as he did during the regular season. Of course, fans may remember that Ricky won this. Fiona Nova, in a surprise twist, pulled out early with Jaron Martinez coming in. Achievement Hunter, the Hunters are looking to limit the damage early. It looks like Fiona might be hurt.
Right.
Once again.
From what I understand, she's on her way to the Claire Bear on-site medical facility, as that is a double play ending the inning. Apparently, she's complaining of a little bit of elbow pain. So
That's always rough for pitchers.
Right, so hopefully the people there at the Claire Bear Medical Facility will fix her up. Maybe rub something in it. As look at that, already John Stumpfeld coming in for out number 1 there in right field.
But as I mentioned, we ragged on Ricky a little bit through the first 2 rounds of the postseason because he had not really shown up like he did during the regular season. Fans may remember that he was our MVP of the G1 Baseball League, leading in 2 of the 3 categories to possibly win a triple crown with home runs and RBIs, but unable to do so with the averages. That is a strikeout for out number 2.
Right. I mean, apparently Ricky was just saving himself for the big game, the championship. So,
well, that is how you make a statement. You come out and say, "Screw you, Jim and Rod. I'm gonna do this my way," and hit a 3-run monster shot, a 3-run home run out to center field.
And there we go. Ricky gets it to first for out number 3. We move on to once again the Flamingos as Paradox Punk first at bat here in the championship series. Let's see how she does. All right, 2 strikes and 1 ball. 2 balls, 2-2. And nice shot, but look at that. Matt Bragg got it. As here comes Virus Elite.
Number 52. Outside.
And that's a solid shot, but again, this one going to Trevor Collins there in the outfield. It's here.
Been solid hits for.
Ball, that's up.
Last two batters have hit the ball consistently, but unfortunately it's right to the outfielders. Sometimes you'll have moments like that where you will pressure ball, but it'll be right to a fielders. That is a high fly ball, but I don't think it's deep enough, Rod.
It is not. That'll be out number 3.
Go to the top of the third with the Hunters looking to get some momentum on their side here with Jeremy Dooley leading them off.
All right, his first at bat here as that hit went real short there. I didn't know any better. It's like almost like he feigned a bunt or something. But
either
nope.
that or he was swinging for the fences and just got on top of the ball and it just went straight down to the ground.
No, that's inside.
That's a strike.
Ball inside.
2-2.
No, high.
And that's a solid hit, but Window Birds with a solid catch there.
Number 54.
No, inside.
All right, 2 outs, and that's a high fly, and look at that, the catcher under it for out number 3.
Indeed, Virus Elite makes the catch for the final out. We go to the bottom of the third. This game churning along, and not X-Ray with a chance to get on base.
And whoa, that one bounced off the catcher's mitt there, but
as its strikeout is called. Thankfully, no runners were on base for the Flamingos. Well, that's a wild pitch and a free move.
right, as now here comes Victoria Stumfeld. And big high fly ball. That ain't got nearly the distance. And Lindsey Jones, they get the ball as here comes now. It is Sal.
Sal Benza took a walk in his first plate appearance and, of course, calling his shot as he did the entire regular season and postseason.
Ball, that's low. Low.
They're all lit up.
And Sal with a monster shot of his own. And
Holy cow!
nearly took out our jumbo screen out there. Look at that. 449 feet. Sal Benza. Holy moly.
Taps it up with his teammate Ricky, who is looking to go back-to-back home runs here. Good Lord. Did you hear the sound of that thing leaving that bat rod?
Right? I mean, good thing it didn't hit square on that Jumbotron out there. I mean, somebody would have had a high price to pay.
Almost like there'd be a dead pixel if that thing hit it. Oof.
Oof.
No, inside.
I mean, unfortunately, Ricky didn't knock it out of the park. He's over on first, as now here comes Connie Windowbirds, as now we are here bottom of the third, as the
hit.
That's a good, solid hit, as that's going to be extra bases, as Trevor, Ricky going home.
That will end up being a triple for Connie Windowbirds, getting another run across, and it is the Flamingos showing why they were the #1 seed, why they were the heavy favorites all throughout the postseason at this point. As the dive is made, will they get to throw to first?
They do. They do, as that stops the runs from coming in. But still, it is hard to put a bandage on the bleed that the Flamingos have on the Hunters here. It is 5-0 at the top of the fourth now.
The second baseman, number 28.
I gotta say, the bats are definitely singing here tonight for the Flamingos. And Ricky! Double play! My goodness gracious!
I did not see that coming. I thought the person on first would get back in time. Unfortunately, they were just a little too far away from the bag there.
As I gotta say, the Flamingos are in rare form tonight, but that is going to be a walk. So they're not perfect, but
Number 47.
still
They
doing.
are indeed running on all 3 cylinders.
At 3. What do you mean 3?
Let me rephrase that. All 3 major aspects of their game are coming through for them: offense, defense, and pitching.
Okay, I can understand that.
Yeah, the 3 cylinders thing doesn't really work, Rob. When you don't. I don't remember many cars being 3 cylinders.
No, no, I don't either. That's why I wondered. I was like, what?
Yeah.
I did.
If I had just said firing on all cylinders, it would have made much more sense. But I had to be specific about it and ruin the references. That's a deep fly ball, but foul nonetheless.
No, inside.
As that's a grounder to Burns, but he wings it over to Sarah Weems at first for the out.
The catcher, number 52.
And that's a solid bloop, right? Oh, no, Lindsay hops up, catches that for another out.
Indeed, they had a great read on the ball from the moment it left the bat, made a stellar time to jump and got the out. Although that is going to go down for extra bases out there in the left center field as Mac Bragg picks it up and throws it in.
All right, that's solid double.
The first base now pitching. Number
And
42.
Martinez out. Larry Matavia coming in.
Indeed, they call him Shifty Larry because he can shift the ball where he wants to throw it.
No, that's low.
And right now he seems to be shifting to the south.
You're out.
And
That's the final out.
yes, it is. As now we go into the 5th inning. We are roundabout halfway done here with this first game. It is just flying by. 5-0 in the 5th.
No, high.
Indeed, the Flamingos are I don't want to say coasting at this point, but they are all locked. They are all locked in here in the top of the 5th inning.
Ball 4.
That is a walk.
Now batting.
As we've pointed out, they lost the opening game to the RT Tunes team in their first round matchup, and I think that lit a fire under them that they haven't stopped, that has burned brightly throughout their run here in the postseason. Is a deep fly ball out to left field, but not deep enough. Sal makes it for the first out.
And the runner headed back to first.
The shortstop.
As
And we all
Jeremy,
22.
expected what?
Oh, as Jeremy Dooley steps to the plate, we all expected the Flamingos to just to sweep both series, and they had to fight against the RT Tunes in the first round of the postseason. And I think that, like I said, that woke them up and reminded them, hey, we have to actually play these games.
Right, that is true, but hopefully that fire won't be extinguished because, I mean, they're going to have to possibly play a little bit longer than they're used to with a extended championship series here. So, as that is out.
That is the out.
That is the out, as now the Flamingos coming up. But, I mean, if they can come out here, get a quick hit, a win, and keep that momentum going, I mean, they very well might sweep the series.
Yep. It's always best to get started off on the right foot, and so far they have shown that they are taking 3 steps while the Hunters are taking a couple steps backwards.
As that is up, that is back. Is it far enough back? No, it is not. As Jack with the catch and the out. As here comes Sal. Wonder if
Sal, who is 1 for 1 today with a oh.
that got a little close.
Yep, they're keeping him off kilters. He's accepted a walk and that monstrous home run out to left field earlier.
All right,
That almost blew out the scoreboard.
And that's another good one, but it ain't getting the distance. As a center fielder, Agabon grabs that one. As now here comes Ricky.
Yep. Unfortunately, that ball just hugging the air just a little too long for Sal. Led to the second out of the inning.
Nice grounder, but Ricky can't get to first in time as the Flamingos held back this inning going into the 6th.
Now batting, the pitcher, number 42.
Is now Larry Matavia stepping in for his first plate appearance of this postseason.
And oh, that's 2 strikes.
And with the injury to possible injury, that is strikeout. With the possible elbow injury to Fiona Nova, who's still getting checked out by the Claiborne Medical Facility, we needed he's getting his chance to bat.
I mean, hopefully Fiona will be better because I mean, obviously these teams are going to have to go back to back to back, but still, there's going to be plenty of times in between games, heck, during this game even, to rest up, put some ice or some heat or ice and heat. I don't know what they do, as that's a walk. And
even in the little experience I have, I remember the anagram RICE, rest, ice, compression, elevation.
Yeah.
But when it's an elbow injury, especially for a pitcher, you got to be very careful about how you proceed.
Right, I mean, I'm sure that they've got her possibly maybe taking some quick X-rays or something.
Okay, I was just about to call that's the final out, but something we don't see much, a dropped fly ball there.
All right, Connie Windowbirds couldn't quite keep that one in the glove. That one got dropped, surprisingly. As now we got runners on the corners and 2 balls, 1 strike. Here for Alec Agamon. That one's going foul. And now 2-2 with 2 outs, and that's a grounder to Connie Windowbirds. The final out is done, as that was almost bad for the Flamingos there.
Yeah, the Hunters can't capitalize on the error by Windowbirds, as speaking of, she is up 1 for 1 today with that triple and a walk. She's obviously, you could see when she threw the ball over to first, there was a sigh of relief.
All right,
Let the ball go.
I mean, it is the championship games. You know, you're out here. It's all that type of stuff. I can understand you being a little shaky, a little tense. You know.
Yeah, the nerves are real. Yes, Windowbirds gets a nice little bloop single out to right field for a hit. Brings us to John Stumpfeld, who.
Ooh. Unfortunately, that one went foul. Unfortunately.
Yeah, I would say fortunately on that play.
He's safe.
And Larry unable to make the play on the ball that was ground back to him, and unfortunately got away from him to where every runner is safe. Now the question is, will we see the Flamingos get aggressive and go for a double steal? Never mind.
No.
I was gonna say, will we see the Flamingos get aggressive and go for a double steal, or will they play it safe and just keep the runners on base here with Virus Elite stepping up?
Number 52.
All right, I mean, pressure is starting to build. Things are looking a little tense. I mean, for the Hunters at the very least. Because, that's a double play to end the inning.
Yep, and that's why you guys sometimes be safe on the base paths. Excuse me. Stumbling over my words a little bit. Let me get a sip of water here. That is why you got to be careful on the base paths.
No, high. Ball, that's inside.
But with a 5-run lead, you can afford to make some mistakes like that.
Inside.
That was a heck of a shot right there, but it went foul immediately as 3-2 and a foul.
All lit up. Let's see what pitch Zelda throws.
And that's a walk, as there goes Bernie Burns to first.
Looks like she threw one of her off-speed pitches, more than likely her curveball. That just stayed out and never curved back into the strike zone.
Are we going to be pitching around Jack Patillo here?
That's inside.
And that is a pop-up, but is going out to the right fielder, John Stumpfeld, with that one for the first out.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 22.
Oh, that one went in the dirt.
This might be, looking at Zelda's pitch count. She's at 96 pitches so far. She's hoping the Flamingos are hoping that she'll get out of this inning, as her pitch count is getting up there through 6 and now what will be 2/3 with this out by not X-ray.
Right. I mean, if she can go out of this one, maybe they'll relieve her here in this next inning, or I mean, maybe they very well could keep her in the whole game, because I mean, she is still, even at now over a 100 thing, she is still technically really bringing the heat in a lot of aspects, but eventually it is going to start the dip. That is a tough dive right there, as we've got extra bases.
We got the runner who smartly advanced to third on the failed ground ball, and obviously Matavia out. Michael Jones coming in a pinch hit for him. Of course, Zelda. I mean, I think the Flamingos learned. They left Sergio Johnny Viral in for Johnny Sergio Viral in for too long during one of his last starts, and that
that is a stolen base. As things aren't looking good, that's a pop-up. And, yeah, Ricky's got it. He's like, I got this. As now we go to the Flamingos' turn at bat here.
Indeed, this will be the moment we see, and
there it is.
Indeed.
Bringing in Renee Cass to pitch hit here.
Zelda Lee, stellar through 7 innings of shutout baseball for the Flamingos. Of course, had a little bit of a hitch in the last couple of innings where she almost gave up a couple of runs, but the defense bailed her out. So far, she's in line to get the W for the Flamingos.
And, whoa, nice shot there to left field. Matt Bragg gets it. That's going to be good for, a single base. So that's good. It's good.
Matt Bragg got to it quickly and got it into the cutoff man, Jeremy Dooley, to prevent extra bases there.
And, I think, yep. The third baseman, Bernie Burns, with out number 2 there. Let's see if Sal can keep this going for the Flamingos. It's 2 balls.
No, inside. Take your base.
And, looks like we got ourselves a walk. As now here comes Ricky, another big, as we've already seen, monster behind the bat. Question is, are they going to possibly pitch around him? No, they do not. They give him a good, solid hit, but it didn't really go anywhere, as that is going to be out number 3. As we've got some switch up there. Incoming to pitch is Ashley now.
Now batting, the first baseman.
As Sarah Weems is out here, she has been on fire here tonight, as much as you can be for the Hunters, them not really having any runs to speak of, but still managing to get some good hits, get on base. But time is running out for the Hunters, as this is one of the final shots they're going to have. And this one isn't looking like it's on target. As, apparently Lindsey Jones out there struggling, apparently pulling a hammy from the looks of it. And there we go, the final out, thanks to John Stumfeld. As now the Flamingos can pretty much just sit back, relax, chill out at this point, because the Hunters only have one more at bat, and I'm pretty sure their pitcher is going to make it super hard for them to score 1 run, much less 5 or 6, once it is finally their turn. That is extra bases! Gotta say, we are seeing a little bit of some slippery gloves here in this first championship game here.
That's down.
Like you said earlier, Rod, maybe it's the nerves getting to the players. Maybe it's just being on such a big stage with so much on the line. Who knows what it is, but no matter the case, everybody's just a little bit more sweaty.
Oh, yeah. As that one goes foul, we are all lit up. No outs! And, well, never mind. That is a pop-up and directly to Jack Patillo for the out.
Indeed, Paradox punt coming up. Over through, looking for her first hit here this afternoon.
That's low. Ball, that's low.
And 2-2.
No, high.
Ball 3. Where's this one going to go? Solid hit! And it is at the wall. So that is going to bring another one home.
Indeed, extra bases leads to another run across for the Flamingos. As Cyrus Elite steps to the plate here, looking for his first hit as well. As Kent Cook is out, Jeff Ramsey coming in to hopefully end this bottom of the 8th here for the Hunters. Because every run across is that much more of a mountain to climb for them.
No, that's low.
Right, I mean, this is going to be a big coming at bat once they finally get it.
Now batting, the pitcher, number 36.
As they're letting Ashley hit, something I definitely didn't see coming, but
No,
with
I
a
mean,
6-0 lead, you can afford to let the relief pitcher who hasn't taken a swing all season, you can let her take a swing, and she tried to.
she tried, but didn't quite get it, as this is it for the Hunters, quite possibly for game 1, as here comes Alec Agabon. I mean,
he's looking a little rattled at this point that he hasn't been able to help his team get a run across.
right, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised as everybody's a little bit on edge, but yeah, I mean, this is it. If they can't get, well, 6 runs across somehow, some way, uh-oh.
It's high enough, but is it deep enough?
It is not, good sir. It is not.
No, unfortunately, that thing died about 20 feet short as Bernie Burns steps to the plate. I mean, 6 runs across is a high hill to climb, but also we've seen teams score more than that in a single inning before. So Bernie Burns getting them started off on the right foot here with a hit across, getting a single for his team.
Now batting,
All right, now here comes Jack Patillo. I mean, he's doing pretty well. He looks a little tense out there holding that bat.
That pitch was a little high.
Right, I mean, they might try and pitch around him. I mean, he does have a lot of power in that bat.
That's outside.
He is not somebody you want to get a hold of that ball if he sees a good pitch.
Indeed, and with Bernie Burns' speed on first, you kind of want to keep him close. You don't want to...
As there it goes! Uh-oh! Just over the wall for a home run from Jack Patillo.
The Hunters aren't out of this yet. 428 feet to right center field. That is his first home run of the postseason and third RBI, as it is now a 6-2 ball game as Jeremy Dooley steps in looking for his first hit of the day. Of course, if you're Jeremy Dooley, you're swinging at anything that comes close to the strike zone, as he does there and gets a hit as Paradox Punk gets it in, limits it to just a single.
Yep, unfortunately, the Flamingos are not going to get a shutout in the first game here.
number 73.
Okay, going to bring in Gus to bat here, as that might have been a good idea. Look
so
at
far
that.
That is a hit, another hit for the Hunters, as they've got runners on first and second, as we see rather than interesting strategy. I feel they don't. Okay, they're gonna have Jeff Ramsey bunt. Then never mind.
He
swings.
He swings at that one, but it goes foul, leading to his 2 strikes.
No, inside.
One thing you don't want to do is walk the pitcher here. That is down for a bunt, and it advances the runners to second and third with the out at first. But Sarah Weems represents the possible last out as Camilla's coming in to pitch for the Flamingos, trying to lock this down for them here.
As that is a solid hit, but look at that. John Stumfield grabs it for out number 3. The RT Florida Flamingos win game number 1 of the G1 Baseball League Championships. And my, what a game it was. But
indeed,
we still have some more.
Indeed, as we take a quick look here at the score, at the box score, you see there, it was a big game early on for the Flamingos, with Ricky getting that 3-run home run, and of course Sal with the solo home run in the third. And that was really all the scoring they needed at that point. Of course, the Hunters tried to put up a fight in the ninth, at top of the ninth, but unfortunately too little, too late. As we take a look at some hitting stats here for this first game between these two teams.
Right, as you can see, some monster shots, home runs on, well, specifically the Flamingo side, but the Hunters weren't out of it because, thanks to Jack Patillo, they managed to finally get on base and on the scoreboard there with some runs.
There was a fight to be had, and they tried, even down to the last swing, they tried to get, even that attempted hit by Sarah Weems there was a solid shot, but unfortunately just died out in the field. As you see there, one thing to be looking forward, if the Hunters can improve upon, is 5 strikeouts, trying not to swing at so many pitches out of the zone. Speaking of pitches, let's compare how both teams did pitching-wise. So you see, it is a vast contrast between both teams. Of course, the unfortunate injury to Fiona Nova, who, once we have an update on her, we will provide, who went out with an elbow injury early, and the bullpen, unfortunately, was not able to keep things as close as she left them.
Right, I mean, generally the Hunters are a nice balanced team, but they had to dive deep in the first game of this series into their pitching roster, and just to really stay alive. But there you see over there the Flamingos, a big win here for Zelda Lee, with Ashley coming in at some point. I mean, she held it together for long enough, but Camilla coming in there at the end with the save. As now we're going to go ahead and take a look at the MVPs. I think we're going to see a whole lot of people with some home runs here. As, look at that, I am correct, but we're not seeing one person with a home run on here, and that is from the Hunters, because this is all Flamingos. But there you see, right there in third, you got the pitcher who was in here for 7 innings.
Yep, struggled a little bit at the end, gave up 3 hits, 4 walks, 5 strikeouts, but did not give up a run for the Flamingos. And obviously there's Sal Benza there, 1 for 2 today, a couple of walks, and that solo home run in the 3rd inning. And of course, your number 1 star for this evening, Rod.
Right, it is Ricky going 2 for 4 and really starting off his run of these championships, and well, his postseason finally lit on fire here, specifically for the championships with the home run. There's 3 RBIs as well here for the first game. But even though we are done, these teams are going to rest up for a little bit. We will be back before you know it with game number 2 of the G1 Baseball League Championships. All right, there we go.
Game number 1 done.
Number 1 and done. And yes, it was a good time for Ricky to be back in solid, good form for, the first game of the championships. I mean, come on. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and send it. Oh, hey, look at that! We've got about 10 people in here watching the championship. Awesome. Now here's the thing: if we get 2 or 3 more people in here, tick that viewer thing up. I'll have a special announcement and a sneak peek. Here tonight after our 3 championship games are done. So let me go ahead and actually say we are going to move on to the next game.
And while you do that, I'm going to run to the restroom, so start the game while I'm gone, and I'll...
Well, actually, I need to fill up my water jug thing, so after I do that, then I will be back. So you go ahead, Jimbo. All right, there we go. There is that. And now I need to go fill up my water bottle. And I will be right back, as well as I'm sure Jimbo will be back. All right. Okay, I am back now. I am ready and raring to go for the second game of the championship. So I don't know if Jimbo's back yet, but let's have a little look-see here. As now we've got, again, obviously the Flamingos and the Hunters. This time we've got Jake starting out and Ashley Dillard starting out for the Hunters. And some notable players to keep an eye on. They haven't really changed all that much, though. Looking down there, Renee Cast might want to keep an eye out on her, because apparently got the blood pumping and stuff. And of course there's Ricky and not X-Ray, and then of course Sarah Weems, Trevor Collins, and Bernie Burns, especially after that last game. So now, if I had to guess, odds are with this one, considering we are the switched positions, we're going to be in the other stadium. So that's all right. It'll give a good reason for, like, rest and such. And I mentioned it in the tweet and such, so remember, if we can make it over 12 or 212 viewers here tonight in this first set of championship games, there will be a special announcement and sneak peek. So all of the tweets and the, the retweets and likes and all that type of stuff is much appreciated out there on the social media sphere to help spread the word of this, or, well, really any show or stream that I do. So let's go ahead. Let's get into the second game. I don't think Jimbo is back yet, but he said to go ahead, start it without him. So we shall do just that. Hello, welcome everybody. We have switched up venues here for game number 2 of the G1 Baseball League Championship Series with the Flamingos and the Hunters. Coming out here as first up to bat,
Number 23.
hot off the first game win, is John Stumfeld and Ashley Dillard from the Hunters. Going to start off at the pitching mound here. As in that, while granted a bit quick as, starting off with a big strikeout. As now, here comes Renee Cast for the Florida Flamingos. I gotta say, if the Flamingos are possibly looking to sweep this series, they're gonna have to do like they did, well, not that long ago, as that is a walk.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 33.
As we got a steal attempt, and don't make it. And, that's a grounder to Gus, as that is going to be out. Number 3, as first up, here comes Sarah Weems for the Hunters. As I'm sure Jake out here starting us off for the Flamingos, going to try and keep this a scoreless first inning. As, yes, there we go. That is out number 1. Strikeout. Both of pitchers strike out their first batters. So looking good for the pitchers here in this game number 2. That is counted as fair. Apparently it bounced far enough in front of the base. As now here comes the catcher, Jack Patillo. It was actually thanks to that man last game that the Hunters were able to put some runs on the scoreboard. But again, like I said, both the pitchers doing their job, keeping the inning scoreless. As now here comes Ricky. The man that, well, started us off oh so nice with a big home run. And the Flamingos just went flying from there in that first game. But this time, Ricky strikes out. So now it's Connie Windowbird's turn here. As that is a good shot, and it is over the wall. Just enough. 449 feet. That is her second home run and 7th RBI of the postseason of the playoffs. As now that will put a run on the board for the Flamingos.
Indeed, Rod. If you're a Florida fan, you expected this to start this way. If you're a Hunters fan, you're already cringing at the fact that your team is down 1-0. As that is a strikeout there for out number 2.
The third baseman, number 27.
As now here comes Victoria Stumfeld. They are sitting at 2 outs. As that one goes foul. That'll be another strike.
All it up.
And that is a walk. Good eye there for that pitch. As now here comes Merch Guy Steve up.
The Flamingos opting to go with Merch Guy Steve starting behind the plate here today in game number 2, giving Virus Elite a bit of a breather. Chance to stretch his legs. That is a solid play by Sarah Weems. Makes the dive, gets the throw to first for the final out. We go to the bottom half of the second inning. But the difference being that Connie Windowbird's solo home run.
Number 73.
Right, and it makes me wonder exactly how much of this series, these games, could possibly come down to who has the most home runs at this point. Because that's how we're seeing the runs get brought in as,
Gassarola strikes out and unfortunately can't break the bat on his knee this time as Trevor Collins steps to the plate here. Second batter for the Hunters here in the bottom of the second. You're not wrong, Rod, as that is a weakly hit ball over to Renee Cass, who gets it over to Ricky at first for the second out. You're not incorrect on that fact. I mean, obviously the Flamingos had 2 home runs in the first game and the Hunters only had the 1 late. But of course, it's not about how many home runs you hit. It's about if you have runners on base when you hit those home runs, can make the biggest difference. That is out numero 3. We go to the top half of the third with pitcher Jake getting his first at bat here for the Flamingos.
Right, hopefully he can get things started off well enough for the Flamingos. Because, I mean, they are They are up. It is not by a lot, but they are up, and that one, oh, it goes foul on him.
Yeah, it had a good line, but unfortunately, either the wind took hold of it or it just hooked foul. Either way, that is out number 1 as Jake takes a look at that pitch and doesn't even bother to swing as
Right.
John Stumfeld stepping to the plate. Never mind. I was going to say once again we might have an injury, but no, I forgot that Ashley Dillard is a relief pitcher for the Hunters, and they opted to go with an opener instead of a starting pitcher here today, maybe in light of the injury to Fiona Nova in Game 1, as that is out number 2.
All right, as now here comes Renee Cast here.
22.
As Kent Cook, who just got done throwing 3 innings in the first game between these two teams, is now out to throw a couple more.
Right, I mean, they've had a nice little rest, though, in between games. We're here at the Bingata Bowl, so they've had some good downtime. Hopefully, that elbow of Fiona Nova is doing better. Maybe here, maybe
Speaking
not.
Of doing better, that is a high, deep fly ball. Trevor Collins is nowhere close to it, unfortunately. That is another solo home run for Florida, as that is just a 390-foot shot for Renee Cast. First home run of the postseason and first RBI. And the Flamingos jumping out to that 2-0 lead early.
Right, I mean, we said it in the first one, but if they manage to get this one as well, our last game could be a big nail biter if the Flamingos start off this session winning 2 games. Okay.
You're not wrong, Rod. As like I said, that loss to the Archie Tunes in the quarterfinals of the postseason has, like I said, it's motivated them where they haven't lost a game since.
That is true. Hopefully, eventually, the Hunters will maybe figure out a game plan or just wear them down somehow. I don't know.
Well, right now, you got to take advantage of the opportunities that if you're the Hunters, you wait for the opportunity to strike, i.e. an error, a bad pitch, whatever the case might be. You got to take advantage. Like that right there, that is a hit. The ball gets out to John Stumfeld for a single for Alec Agabon. You got to play it safe, use the opportunities at your disposal, because if you rush things and you try to, as Jacob McDuffie stepping into pinch hit for Kent Cook, you can't. You want to make sure you're not failing your team as well as the fans here in the Bengata Bowl.
Oh, check that one smartly, as that was a ball. As there, it's good to see also Ricky out here. Ricky playing first base. Here in the postseason, we've normally seen him at, that is out number 2, at the shortstop. But, I mean, I guess he's all fired up. Here after the first game, they put him back at first base and such.
Don't forget, Rod, that through the majority of the season, Ricky platoon was manned over there at first base for the Flamingos, and obviously with him having that monster Game 1, they feel that maybe his mojo's back and they can put him back where he was throughout the regular season.
There we go, 2-1.
They're all lit up. Runner's going to go on the pitch.
And there they go, and that is a good hit. But look at that, not X-Ray coming in from center field, grabbing that ball for out number 3 as we go into the 4th inning.
Indeed, Larry Matavia stepping in to pitch again for the Hunters here is Ricky stepping in to lead off.
Ricky, locked in, and that is a big, deep hit, but not quite far enough as Matt Bragg able to get that one.
Looks like the wind support just died a little bit on that ball, as that it was almost another home run for the first baseman for the Flamingos. Instead, was a deep fly out. But that is, as Gusarola opts to keep it himself and gets the out at first, out number 2 here.
As solid grounder going all the way back to the center fielder. Going to be good for a base hit.
Indeed.
The third baseman.
As Victoria Stumfeld steps to the plate, walk in her first plate appearance. Of course, I'm sure she'll take that again Maybe looking to get another hit across to advance the runner up as well. We're in the top of the fourth here.
We got a steal, and running down, running not X-ray down. That is going to be the final out. Ooh, that's a rough one.
You like to see the aggressiveness from the Flamingos. Unfortunately, it was just a little too aggressive, too early. So that was the final out, and obviously we'll see Victoria Stumpville take another chance to play at the top of the fifth. Instead, we get Bernie Burns here leading off in the bottom half of the fourth inning. Rod, you said it earlier. This game, like the first game, this game seems to be moving along quickly.
Right? I mean, both these teams, they are on another level, obviously a championship level, which is what they're out here doing. This is for all the beans, the big championship games,
Indeed. If you're the Flamingos, like I said, you've been motivated this entire playoff run. If you're the Hunters, I don't want to say they barely scraped by to get here, but they had their share of obstacles as well. And so far, it's looking like they may have hit a wall, essentially, in terms of scoring and in terms of just the ability to win a game here.
And quick pitch right over to Ricky there.
For the final out, we go to the top of the third once again. Victoria Stumpville stepping to the plate. Obviously had that walk and her last plate appearance. Takes a first pitch strike from Shifty Larry.
And that's a grounder going to Bernie, who puts it over to first for the out. As the defense, as here comes Merch Guy Steve, are going to have to definitely be on point to make sure the Flamingos get put away and put in their place so they can hopefully get back at bat and maybe get some more scoring opportunities with however many chances they're going to have at bat here, as that is a walk.
And Merch Guy Steve opting to keep the bat on his shoulder, and that strategy pays off, as that is a free pass and a runner on first. Now, we don't expect to see him steal like we saw not X-Ray in the top of the fourth inning. Of course, Jake is attempting to bunt here, which is the smart play if you're the Flamingos, and that is a solid bunt right to the third base person. Gets over to Gus Rolla for the second out with Merch Guy Steve smartly running on the hit and moving up to second base to be in scoring position for John Stumpfeld. It deep. Unfortunately, Matt Bragg under it for the final out. We're halfway through game number 2 here at the Bengata Bowl with the Flamingos still on top 2-0.
The right fielder, number 9.
Sheriff Collins on first pitch, swinging, hits it right to Ricky, who just slowly jaunts over to first, tag the bag, and gets. I was gonna say tags the base is actually the right way to say it there. He gets the first out as Jake is dealing here through 4 1/3 inning, folks. Michael Jones looking to break up the monotony that is this game, but the weakest hit I've seen so far. Merch Guy Steve slowly picks it up, calmly throws to first for out number 2. As Matt Bragg steps to the plate here, 0 for 1 today. So that is a high pop-up to the third base person. Victoria makes the catch for the final out. We go to the top of the 6th with the Flamingos still on top 2-0.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 22.
As Larry Matavia is trying to throw pitches to keep his team in this, as Vinay Cast is at the plate here, hit that solo home run a few innings ago. You love to see it if you're a Flamingos fan, but the Hunters are looking to put her away now. That is a 5-pitch walk. She will slowly jaunt over to first, take her base, with Sal Benza stepping up, batting .407 this postseason as Jared Martinez steps in relief. And you folks may remember from game number 1, Sal having that monster shot. Monster is the easiest way to put it there, out to left field. where he almost hit the jumbotron and broke it there. That is a diving catch by Bernie Burns. Takes away an extra base hit from the Flamingos. As Ricky stepped into the plate here, Ricky seems to have found his footing a little bit here in the postseason. First game had that monstrous 3-run home run in the first inning between these two teams that ended up being the game-winning home run, as that was all they needed. So that is a deep fly ball, but once again, not deep enough as Trevor Collins makes the catch for out number 2. Again, Ricky hitting some solid shots here, just not able to get that extra oomph on it to get it over the wall for the outs. Of course, Connie Winterberg stepping to the plate here, looking to get a hit across as she's down 0-2 early. That is a safe call. They're going to keep the runner close here as that is hit high. Just got underneath it, unfortunately, as Jack Patillo makes the catch for the final out. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Same score as it was before, 2-0 in favor of the Flamingos.
Now batting the center fielder.
Alec Agabon leads off for the Hunters here. And that is Renee Cass once again. The name pops up on the screen. She makes a stellar catch here, as that is the first out. Jeremy Dooley stepping into pinch hit for Jared Martinez here in the bottom of the 6th. Folks, welcome in for all of you who are here. Maybe this is your regular viewers. Ricky gets it over to Jake for the second out. If this is your first time here, we appreciate you being here viewing the G1 Baseball League. As you've tuned in at the exact right time, as this is the championship series between the RT Florida Flamingos and the Achievement Hunters here. As right now the Flamingos have a 1-0 lead and are up 2-0 here in the bottom half of the 6th inning, as it is a full count. All lights are on, and that is not going to do it. Merch guy Steve calling everybody off, makes the catch. Out number 3. We go to the top of the 7th with Jeff Ramsey coming in to pitch for the Hunters, with the Flamingos all too familiar on top 2-0 here.
Right, and
not actually leading off.
Yep. Trying to bring in Jeff Ramsey to come and close this one out and shut the Flamingos down like he, did last game to some extent. But
they scored early and they scored their 5 runs in the first 2 innings, and that was really all they needed. As to say, the Hunters have been on tilt. That is a walk to, not X-ray. Hopefully it won't get picked off at first like last time.
Number 27.
You hate to see it if... Once again, playing it close to the vest, a little too far away.
Got to save Victoria out here. We got a steal attempt, but look at that. Jack was like, I got this. And that is out number 1.
Florida trying the most basic of principles here in the baseball, the hit and run. Fortunately, Victoria popped it straight back to the catcher for the first out.
All right, and I mean, luckily we've got a nice packed house, a nice big view count. Lots of awesome things coming here tonight on this channel. From what I understand, once this show here, these championships games are over, from what I understand, Jim, I think we've reached a new viewer rating, or whatever it is.
Squeeze, and it actually works.
Oh my God!
We haven't seen much this season. The suicide squeeze bump works. They get another run across, and it's 3-0. The Flamingos pulling out all the stops here. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but they're pulling out all the stops to win this game.
Right. I mean, we've got a new viewing record here for the G1 Baseball League here for the championships, and I do believe that is going to warrant a big announcement and some sort of sneak peek at something here once these championship games are over. So
indeed, I'm being told through my ear that it is what they call a trailer, like you see for all them wonderful movies. That is a strikeout, but the Flamingos add to their total on that surprise suicide squeeze bunt. 3-0 is the lead as Bernie Bird step into the plate here. Despite all the pressure, still looking cool as a cucumber.
And whoop! That one went a little wild there. Jake might need to watch it as... Look at that, Sal Benza there in left field grabbing that one as the Hunters here, bottom of the 7th, they are being backed into a corner. As now they are already down 2 outs. As Jake still not, I mean, not that high of a pitching count, considering this is the 7th inning and that is the 3rd out. So Jake looking good to maybe go this full game with the way things are going. As here comes the big star here with 1 home run, 1 RBI, Renee Cast.
Indeed, made a stellar play to make a diving catch, a top 10 play out there on defense as well. She's been all over the place here today.
Right? I mean, she is definitely in this to win this.
As that is a nice solid hit out to right center field. That is extra bases for sure. She watched in the second base with a stand-up double.
Now let's see if Sal can bring in Renee Cast, you know, to bring this lead even higher.
Well, he's got a runner in scoring position and no out. If you're the Flamingos, you're looking for him to just make sure to get, that is not how you do what I was about to say, which is to move Renee over 60 feet to third. But
hey, it's okay. They're only at 1 out, and here comes Ricky,
who's had some solid hits today, but unfortunately just not enough to get him over the fence.
Right? I mean, he is a solid RBI guy, though.
Yep, the fans, as I've mentioned throughout this postseason, Ricky, of course, the MVP for the G1 Baseball League this season is, I'm sure he'll take that walk every time instead of a strikeout, as Connie Windowbird stepping in. Windowbird's, of course, with a solo home run herself.
And, oh, that one cuts foul, so it's 2-2 now. And, I mean, the pressure is on. That is a pop up, and everybody's running for that one, but that's going to be out number 2, thanks to Michael Jones there.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 2.
And, oh, that's going to be the final out. All right, there we go. The Hunters back up. One of their last chances at bat. I mean, the Flamingos ain't got that much of a lead that couldn't be broken, but Jake here tonight is just on fire on that pitching mound. He is not making it easy.
Yeah, his pitch count isn't as high as Zelda Lee's was first game between these two teams. Of course, he's looking like he's taking a few extra breaths here. As you can tell, it's starting to wear on him here. As he hasn't, I don't think Jake has gone, didn't have a complete game start throughout the entire season, so maybe his stamina is an issue. As we see here, Jake coming out, Will Brewer coming in relief, and of course Paradox Point coming in as a double switch here. As Will Brewer, of course, stepping in relief, probably to shut down and doing just that, the Hunters. As that is out number 2 to Merch Guy Steve.
All right.
By the staple by first base.
All right. You know, little known fact here. Will Brewer, he has a doctorate. He's a doctor. Did you know that?
That is not something I didn't know. And speaking of things I didn't know, that was the final out. Line shot to Connie Windowbird to easily make sketch. For the final out, we go to the top of the 9th. Last chance for the Flamingos to add to their score.
And whoa! Jeez! That one just rocketed the first for that out. As now Alfredo Diaz, ever since, believe it or not, relieving Jeff, the closer, which, I mean, Jeff, not meant to be in that long. Obviously closed last game and then coming out, unfortunately able to close this game, but still, Alfredo doing a decent job out here. As that is a solid hit, but, Matt Bragg grabbing it there out in left field.
We go to the bottom half of the 9th inning, folks. This is the last chance for the Hunters in this game as Will Brewer steps in, still pitching. Alec Agabon looking to just get a hit.
Right, get a hit, get on base, get the mojo flowing for the Hunters here in this final chance at bat.
We saw them score 2 runs in the 9th inning last game. They need 3 to tie it and keep this game rolling as Alfredo Diaz steps up. More than likely a pinch hitter is going to step in. No, they opt to, well, Alfredo does have some pop in his bat, so they opt to let him hit.
All right, that one going, and
Just
hitting
the
them.
fence.
Getting to the fence for the foul ball, but that is going to be a strike.
Indeed. If I'm the Hunters, though, well, never mind. I'll shut my mouth as Alfredo gets a hit, gets over to first with the single here.
All right, now here comes Sarah Weems. Here in the postseason, she has 3 home runs. 5 total people brought in via RBIs.
Indeed,
As
never mind. It's that what looks like it is indeed Victoria Stunfeld making the catch for out number 2. As Bernie Burns represents the last chance for the Hunters here in game 2. I was about to say, Rod, if she hit one over the fence, it brings them within 1. But of course, that is a deep fly ball. Will Paradox bunt get underneath it? She
there
does.
it is.
We have the final out of the game. The Flamingos once again away from home here at the Hunters home stadium. Out number 3, and that is ball game number 2 in favor of the Flamingos.
Yes, the Flamingos win game number 2. They got themselves a twofer here. As we take a look at the score, 3-0.
Yep, couple of solo home runs and that suicide squeeze in the 7th. Where the difference is the fans are taking all the pictures here. As we take a look at the hitting stats, of course, not a ton of hits here in game number 2. 7 hits between both teams, as you see there. The 2 solo home runs for the Flamingos, obviously the big difference. And of course, the one thing to look at going forward is the walks and strikeouts for the Flamingos. Looking to lower the strikeouts a little bit and raise the walks. But of course, as you see there, only 2 hits across for the Hunters. You hate to see it. Matt Bragg and of course the pitcher, Alec Agabon and Alfredo Diaz, the only 2 guys to get a hit against Jake and the rest of the pitching staff as we take a look at how that pitching staff did. Yeah, as you see for the Flamingos, a tale of the tape, if you will.
Yeah, as look at that. The Flamingos had this OG team of Will and Jake on the pitching mound here, with Jake going 7, Will just bringing up on the back end to really hold down the fort for the Flamingos. But just take a look at the Hunters.
Ashley Dillard not doing terrible in the game. Unfortunately, she gave up the solo home run that ended up being the only run the Flamingos needed, of course. And the 5 other pitchers combined for the rest of the 9 innings. There you go. Not a terribly pitched ball game from the Hunter standpoint. Just they made the 3 mistakes that led to the 3 runs for the Flamingos here. As we take a look at the top 3 stars of this game, once again.
It is all Flamingos. There you see in third, going 1 for 4 with the home run here tonight. And an RBI and such at number 3 is Connie Windowbirds. Then in second, you got Jake, the pitcher, just on fire.
Solid throughout 7 1/3 innings pitch. Only gave up the 1 hit to Alec Agabon and the 4 strikeouts. And of course, your MVP for today, Renee Cass, who went 2 for 2 with a couple of walks. The solo home run that realistically won this game for the Flamingos, a double and an RBI and a run scored, as well as that is it for game number 2 here,
Right.
ladies and gentlemen.
And we will be back here before you know it with the third, maybe final? You never know, game of the G1 Baseball League Championship Series. See ya in a little bit. Wait.
Welcome in.
Whoa,
RT
wait,
Renee
what?
Cass.
No,
What?
it's
Don't
over.
tell me it was. Oh, it was a best of 3.
It was.
Well, that makes all the camera shutters in the background make sense now.
No, it was supposed to be a best of 5. I set it up for the best of 5.
I don't know what to tell you. Well, again, thank you, RT Renee Cass, for the follow during that game. Much appreciated, as you were the MVP of game number 2. And ladies and gentlemen, I guess that's it. The RT Florida Flamingos are your G1 Baseball League Grand Champions.
God damn it!
Well,
Yeah,
ladies and
that's it. That's
ladies and gentlemen, coming out, swinging, and dominating the whole way through. Give a shout out in the chat for the RT Florida Flamingos. Shout out to all of you wonderful folks down there in Florida. Despite how much we give you guff about coming in and dominating, it was a fun season of Florida just dominated this entire thing, from
yeah.
start to finish.
God damn it! God damn it! It's supposed to be a best of 5.
I know. I'm laughing at your reaction to all this. I was hoping for, because I'll be honest, I felt like the Flamingos were going to come out and sweep anyway, so this totally makes sense. But also the fact that it was only a best of 3. Oh man!
I know I set it for a best of 5 because when we talked about it months ago, by the way, I was like, well, the playoffs are going to be a best of 3, so we'll make the championship a best of 5. I don't want to go best of 7 because that'd just be too damn long. Little did we know. So yeah,
Well, that was when we were going to do 6 years of the first season. Oh man! Well, ladies and gentlemen, no spoilers, no needing to wait a week. We are complete. RT Florida are your champions.
Yeah, that is it. And also, as Johnny mentioned earlier, and I mentioned in game, yes, we did hit 12 viewers. So, with that, let me go here real quick. So with that, switch it off the thing.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Something told me it was gonna be that way, where it was gonna be like, no, that's it. They win. It's that kind, because it kind of made sense with all the camera shuttering in the background going off what we were doing, going over the final stats for the game. Oh man. Well, again, also shout out to everybody who's tuned in and watched the G1 Baseball League, whether it be live here on twitch.tv/Red Rope Sunday nights at 7, or whether it's been VODs or on the YouTubes. We appreciate your viewership, and well, at least I thank you for being here. I don't know how Rope feels about it, but I appreciate you and thank you for being here throughout this entire season. Through the initial, oh yeah, we're gonna do 64 games this season, to the inevitable realization that the first time I took a week off, which was Super Bowl Sunday, somebody realized how long it was actually going to take for us to get through this season, and did a big time skip while I was gone.
Oh yeah, big time skip.
Yep. And then I think we did one more throughout the season just to push it along so we could complete this thing. As well, now that the as I was going to say Rob, that's tomorrow night. I had to catch myself a couple of times because I said Rob, but I was like, no, it's Rod. It's Rod.
Rob.
It's baseball.
Rob. Yeah.
But yep, as you see there, that is
That's it. Florida wins. Fucker.
It's as if almost every time Florida comes out to join something Rope does, they dominate through their first run through of it, a la the G1 Wrestling Universe as well.
Right. So here's the thing. All right. Now, let's turn that off. And thankfully, I have you here with me, Jimbo, for this. So we hit our goal.
Yeah, thank you everybody for tuning in for this.
Yeah, thank you everybody. So I have an announcement.
And by the way, Chris, you're not wrong.
Yeah, you did the thing. And
RT Florida best, RT Florida #1. Anyways, go ahead. Sorry.
So, as you know, here on this channel, we have an entire sports universe. We have the G1 Baseball League, which is now, I guess, over for a short period of time to like add teams and all that type of stuff. Which, remember, if you got an idea for a team and stuff, send it my way so we can fill it up. But other than the G1 Baseball League, as Jimbo mentioned, we have the G1 Wrestling Universe. And also on Mondays, which tomorrow night, we have the G1 Football League.
Yep, with Robbie Smith, James Wintersome, Robbie Doe, James Wintersome, and Mitchell Smith.
Yeah, and that is me, Jimbo, and Hydro that do that. So, with all of those, you'd think I'd have my fucking hands full. Well, I do. Which is why the next thing that I want to announce that you are getting a sneak peek at here tonight is not going to be an every day or every week or possibly even every month thing. Okay? Now, this idea was brought to me by somebody called Reset Patrick. Now, if you don't know him, that's fine. It's fine. He's one of the G1 Game Day hosts. He's an awesome dude. And he essentially just randomly gave me this idea because he really likes it. And I told him I would look into it. Okay? So, I would like to officially announce UFC Fight Night. Now, if you don't know, the UFC games, they have an extensive-ish creative system where you can create men and women and go into the octagon. And you can create events, fights, all that type of stuff. And, again, it's not all done. Right? But it won't be an every day, every month, every week, all that type of stuff. It'll be just special events. Because Reset Patrick, he loves UFC, and he gave me this idea. So, kind of like what I do with Jimbo and Hydro, he wants to do commentary on it. Okay? And this is what it looks like. That is me. That is my guy that I have created. This is your sneak peek. Obviously, I am using UFC number 3 because it is the one like on Game Pass, all right, through EA Play. It unfortunately does not have the same extensive creator with a bunch of stuff you can have like UFC 4. So UFC 3 it is. So yeah, this is me. It's kind of sort of what I look like. I do have an epic beard, pull back hair, all that type of stuff. And that is my name. And by the way, the weight, the height, the age, all that type of stuff, even my reach, because it like there is a thing that gives like your reach, like your essentially your wingspan as a person. For myself, at least, I actually measured that and put that in for myself. Now, if I'm going to create anybody else, I'm just going to make it a random number. And also, whoever else is in this, I'm probably also going to base it off, like, people that are in, like, my wrestling stuff. So, like, say, Donut or Johnny, or Chris, you're here. That'll help me build this. And then, whenever I can get together with Reset Patrick, we set a time, we set a date, I will create an event in this game, and we'll have a giant G1 UFC fight night. It'll be bloody, it'll be brutal, but it won't be all the time, so they will be special. So that is what I've been working on, and still working on, that Patrick, Debaser, Reset Patrick, whatever you want to call him, he just randomly gave me that idea, because he loves UFC. So yeah, at some point in the future, there's going to be a G1 UFC fight night. And that is the big announcement. That is the big thing. I hope y'all are, excited for it. I know I am, because it is definitely different from wrestling, baseball, football, all that type of stuff. And yeah, I never even thought of the USC games, to be honest. And yeah, that's it. So, what do y'all think? Does that sound nifty? What about you, Jimbo? You're here. What do you think? Live reaction.
I think that I need to take. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm excited for it.
All right. So yeah, that's it for that. That is what is coming at some point. I don't know when. All thanks to Reset Patrick. But other than that, I do have other things in my brain rolling around that I haven't even begun working on. They are literally just notes in my notebook right now, whereas what you just saw, or what you are seeing, is a thing being produced, I guess you want to say, being worked on. So yeah. And eventually, once I actually start working on, like, the 2 or so other things that I got in my head, and have something to show, you'll hear about them as well. Because hopefully they'll be good additions and garner excitement and be awesome as well. So yeah. And also, since anybody here knows about it, I mean, if you want in of the fight night and, you want something, specific, if you're into UFC, just send me a message on Twitter, on Discord, and say, hey, make me, or make this person, or whatever. Because unfortunately, UFC, the games, I can't download people. I have to make everybody. Okay? That is the thing. It's not like wrestling where I could download people and everybody else make them if they wanted to. Or if that is even possible. Can't do that. So I'd have to make them. So if you know for sure you want in, be like, hey, I'm down to punch some people in the face. Or, put people in a triangle hold, or what's another move I saw on there?
Getting a Kimura.
Yeah, Kimura. Or
Going for a Superman punch.
so could we make a character and tell you to make them? Yeah. Yeah. Most definitely. If because it's like say, Chris, you wanted me to make you ish, but you wanted them to be a certain way, just tell me. Just be like, yeah, I want you to make this person, but they need to have this type of hair, or have this type of weight or outfit ish thing, which you can't really do in number 3, but yes, you can. If you want them bald with mutton chops and a giant eagle plastered on their chest for their character, yeah. Thank you. What is the longest intro? No. that I don't have control over. They all have the same length of.
Oh, those were the days.
Oh shit!
It says longest intro. Okay, I'll continue that then.
Oh my god. Anyway, so yeah, unfortunately, I don't have in the creation. They don't let you have control over their intros. How they come out or anything, or the only thing they'll let you control is their celebratory thing. If they win the match, if you knock somebody out, or you get them in a submission and they tap out or whatever. You know how
basically if you finish.
Yeah, if you finish them. Damn it.
I mean, it writes itself.
Yeah. I mean, they have a quick little cutscene that you can choose that it's like a celebratory thing, but even still, none of them are very long. They're maybe running around the ring or
Octagon.
Yeah, Octagon. Sorry, that's gonna be a bitch to remember. So yeah. Hopefully, maybe at some point in the future. Hi, Hydro. Welcome. Glad you're here for the big announcement of the G1 UFC Fight Night. So yeah, that's it. I guess now the G1 Baseball League
Is done.
is done. It'll go into hibernation for a little while. I will have to build one of the new teams, which is based on YouTube creators called the YouTube Terrors. And again, one last time, I will say this live on stream here, is if anybody else has an idea for a team, let me know. I'll make them. I'll fill it up with whatever it's based on, via a fucking internet fandom, TV show, movie thing, or whatever. Just whatever fills it up with unique stuff to make it genuinely G1 Baseball League. So, with that out there, yeah, I think Jimbo and I are, well, we're done for the evening, I guess.
Yep.
So I'll go ahead and I'm going to set up a raid. I'm going to send you all somewhere. But now listen to where I'm sending you. All right? You can all probably guess where I'm...
Moon.
No, not to the moon.
Aw.
I'm going to send you all over to G1 Game Days. Now, over on G1 Game Days, tonight they're playing Fortnite. But, listen, that might turn you off right there. Maybe if you don't like Fortnite, you don't like BR. Alright, that's fine. That's all well and good. But, they're putting a special spin on it tonight. No. They're putting a special spin on it. You know how there's like a lot of skins and a lot of characters in Fortnite? Well, they're bringing the choose your destiny, choose your character to Fortnite, to where essentially you will choose the skin that, like, I want to say it's like Johnny will be in that match. Now, that doesn't sound like a big fucking deal, does it? No, it doesn't. But if you choose that skin, if they have that skin, not only do they have to play as that character, they have to play as that character. They have to role play themselves being that character while they play Fortnite. So if they have, like, say, the like the Rick and Morty skin, that's a skin, isn't it? If they have that skin and you say, hey, be Rick, then they have to be Rick, and they have to be Rick. They have to play as Rick during and role play during the game. Or like if they have like one of the Marvel skins, like what was one of them? You could be like Captain America or Wolverine or something like that. They would have to do that. And you do that by, donating bits, essentially, which will go toward charity. So let me set up the raid. If that sounds like something interesting, stick around, maybe chip in or something, give it a look-see, because it's an interesting idea. It really is. Or, they just play Fortnite. Or you make them play Fortnite as Batman or something, It's bound to be weird. Okay? It's bound to be weird if things get out of hand. So, thank you all for joining here tonight. Jimbo and I, obviously, there will be no G1 Baseball next week because it is done. I will probably stream something. I don't know what. exactly. When that time comes, I will figure it out. So until tomorrow night with the G1 Football League, which, by the way, tomorrow night they start the playoffs in the Football League. So hopefully to see you there. Which, by the way, yes, Florida is also in the Football League. And yes, they are in the playoffs. But that's something different. So, yeah, we're going to go. So, have a fun old time over at G1 Game Days. And they're gone.
Well then, that's a successful season. Don't get me wrong, I am a little miffed that, best of 3 instead of best of 5, but the team that was supposed to win won. Oh man. I thought so too.